It's broadcasting now. What up, guys? What up? What up? Blerd Talk is back. As you see the title is called The Return because it's been like 2 months since we had a podcast. So we're trying to go back weekly as time permits. It's May now. It's the summer. Josh is back.
Yeah. Give me money. I need a job.
So we all.
Yeah.
Summer is coming. So we all.
Mm-hmm.
Henry just slipped into the city. He's about to tell us that Luke Skywalker is his only hope. So
yeah. Please help us.
You will betray the dark side.
Okay, all right. I guess I will, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Paul.
All right. You already know I'm Kylan. That's Josh. That's Kaylin.
No.
We're not doing
the
this.
Angry Bird.
We're not
the unhappy bird is what
the unhappy avian because we gotta avoid those copyright laws.
All right,
unhappy avian.
We'll try. Kayla wants us to come up with on-air things, so we'll try and be better with that next week. But his working title right now is the angry avian.
Unhappy avian.
We don't want Rovio coming after us.
Yeah, I don't have Rovio money. I barely got McDonald's money.
We're here to talk about stuff live from our different locations in our rooms and stuff like that. So let's start how we always start. I think we start this John. It's been like 2 months. But we start this John like we always start this John. Except we're gonna lead with the most recent thing that we were all nerding out about besides Guardians of the Galaxy. The Last Jedi, because that wasn't a thing before the last time we talked. So but we didn't have a trailer. So we have a trailer. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to say about this new Star Wars stuff right now is the one thing that these trailers do right is the music. Like the way that we saw this in Force Awakens and with Last Jedi, they both use the Force theme in such a way that for Force Awakens, it was nostalgic, a little threatening because we got Kylo Ren in there. But now for this, it's just completely like it's a combination of like, oh yeah, getting the engines ready because we're all getting back to Star Wars, but it's The Last Jedi. It's haunting. It's threatening. It's a hype machine, as you would. Aside from that, just like all the speculation of like Last Jedi, is it plural? Is it singular? Is Luke Skywalker going to die? Please don't let Luke Skywalker die. All that good stuff. Seeing where Kylo Ren is going to be at in this movie is going to be really cool because I think now it's going to be both Rey and Kylo are finishing their training. Because as we saw in Force Awakens, Snoke was like, we have to take Kylo Ren back. It's time to finish his training. So they're both going to be doing their whole thing with their respective Yodas. And also the cinematography in the trailer is pretty. Is real pretty. I haven't seen a lot of Rian Johnson's previous work, but apparently he's known for making really pretty-looking movies with gorgeous shots. And you saw that in the trailer. And yeah, I am excited.
Kylo Wilson, go ahead.
You really embrace this little dark side thing, aren't you?
First and foremost.
Prepare. Go ahead.
First and foremost, I do believe that it will be an interesting movie, to say the least. The House of Mouse has done an excellent job with continuing the Star Wars legacy.
Yes.
I do think it will be a good movie, as Josh has commented. The music was amazing. Just in the trailer, to say the least. I look forward to the soundtrack. during the actual theatrical release. This is all I have to say for Star Wars.
All right, thank you, Kylo Wilson.
You're welcome.
Round of applause for that performance right there.
Yeah,
Let's really get him
do
in
my
Star
best.
Wars.
just for getting in the character, he deserves like a double round of applause. But
Yes.
my opinion, I think that this will be a good movie. I think we're all in agreement on that. Disney can't mess up Star Wars now. They just write a blank check at this point. Until LucasArts don't sour the name. That's what they do.
Yeah.
But I think this is gonna be just the themes. No spoiler, even though it's a 30-year-old movie, so you probably should have saw it by now. I think it's 30. But this is probably gonna be like Empire Strikes Back with some Empire Strikes Back vibes.
I'm feeling those vibes a little bit.
I know a lot of people because when I saw the red and black, The Last Jedi, I was all like, oh, okay, this is going to be Empire Strikes Back. Now, we didn't have this podcast at the time. When I saw Force Awakens, I was all like, okay, good movie, good start. Next movie, these movies all kind of have patterns, but I'm interested to see what happens. And, my interest isn't really in, as Josh said, like you're going to have everybody doing the training. But what really made The Force Awakens for me was the journey of Finn, because that was the basis
to see what Finn goes through.
Yeah.
the basis of these three movies. We're made to see this trilogy or whatever it'll be through Finn's eyes. I really hope they don't do trilogies. I'm so tired of movie trilogies.
It's going to be a trilogy.
Yeah, it's 9 is already confirmed, so.
We're just going to be in for the long haul.
I feel like it works for Star Wars. Star Wars works in trilogies. I mean, the first 3 movies obviously weren't necessarily planning for a trilogy, but it worked so well that they just kind of kept the formula going. And at least for Star Wars, I don't mind it. Everything doesn't have to be, but for this, it seems to work.
As long as they don't overrun it into the ground, I shall be pleased.
Realistically, I don't think they could do these movies because of the characters whose story it has to be. Because right now they're really wrapping up Rey and Kylo Ren's. Eventually, they're gonna have to I don't think they can do it around 3 movies, just because you gotta keep us happy with Finn and show us where that's gonna go. The whole teasing of that, but whatever that is. Me personally, Black Jedi. We need another one, but probably in the minority, but anyway, so the interesting part of that movie for me is going to be Finn, and I think they added a character who's played by an Asian. She's like a pilot or something. That's going to be
her name's Rose.
Yeah, his new Podarian. So I'm interested in seeing that. Mm-hmm. I'm very interested. I'm interested in the non majority part, because I really do think that the training and everything, even though they say it's going to be a big part of the movie. The last part of the movie, they told us expect to see all your favorite characters, and we really didn't see all our favorite characters until the middle of the movie. So I really think that following with the pattern, the trailer that we saw is probably more towards the middle, towards the end of the movie, and not the beginning. I really feel like the beginning is going to be, well, we got to do the Leia fan service. R.I.P. my princess. We gotta do the Leia fan service, but I'm excited for the movie. Like I said, it didn't exist it existed, but there was no trailer for it. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for that. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's Star Wars, so
it is Star Wars.
And another thing, if I could interject here. I also want to see more of Finn. Got to see what he's doing. All we saw was him the healing or the weird pod thing. Also, Poe.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah. But also, I'm excited for the new character Rose. Quick thing, Rose. The only normal name in Star Wars. The first normal name in Star Wars. I think Luke is pretty normal. Well, true. Not the first. One of the few normal names in Star
All right, how about
Wars.
this? The first non-biblical name.
First non-biblical name. Yeah.
Vader's biblical.
But I also want to see more of Poe because we didn't get a lot of him in Force Awakens. Like we saw him. He was in the beginning. He was a little bit in the middle, and then towards the end he was flying around. But I want to see more of Poe, just kind of like chilling, doing Poe things, interacting with the main cast. He never saw Rey at all,
right?
Which is weird. It's supposed to be. You're supposed to be like the new like trio, the new Han, Leia, and Luke, but like Poe's only met Finn at this point.
If I'm not mistaken, couldn't that be because Oscar Isaac had to wrap his filming up because he had to do X-Men? Am I correct? I thought they were shooting around.
No, that's possible. I didn't really read up on that at all, but that could be why.
I think they were shooting around the same time. I could be wrong, but I think that both of those movies were shooting around the same time. X-Men and Star Wars.
Well, I do hope we get to see more of Poe and the gang.
As do I.
Now the other thing that I want, hashtag Game of Thrones all the time. I want some more Captain Phasma. I want her as more of a threat, man. Speaking of people whose screen time was probably taken away because of filming, I want to see my tall knight do something in Star Wars. Like I was thinking, like, did Game of Thrones just take up half her filming so she could basically only be a cameo role? Like,
she had the Boba Fett treatment. She looked really cool, but she was in the movie for like 5 seconds and got thrown in a trash can. She's in the trailer. She's gonna come back, so hopefully she plays more of a threat than she was in the last movie. Please.
Please indeed.
That's our Star Wars coverage.
Speaking of Star Wars.
Ooh, segues.
Star Lord. Haha.
Ooh.
All right, let's do it. That's not because of Guardians of the Galaxy. That's because The Handmaid's Tale is being shown on my TV at the moment. I'm multitasking.
Did you say Guardians of the Galaxy?
Galaxy's Guardians?
Is that a thing that you just recently spoke
the recent feature film?
The one with Star-Lord?
No. Let's be for real though. This is a spoiler cast. Y'all have had a week. You know the rules of the podcast. If we're talking about it, it's been a week. Spoilers are happening on this podcast. It is not Guardians of the Galaxy. It is the first movie with Kurt Russell, Rames, Sylvester Stallone, and not Miley. I had the joke in my head. It's the first multi-billion-dollar movie to feature Kurt Russell, Ving Rhames, and Sylvester Stallone in one movie. When have you ever seen that? Like Disney was just writing checks. I had never seen.
They really were. They got a bunch of big names.
I have never seen so. Oh, and David Hasselhoff in the same.
David Hasselhoff.
That was funny.
All four of them in the same.
And Miley Cyrus was there for a second.
Like
that vocal cameo.
I was literally throughout that movie saying, "How can they make this movie any bigger?" And then I was all like, "Okay, I've seen Sylvester Stallone, Kurt Russell, and David Hasselhoff in a movie. I never thought I'd be able to say that, right?" And then I see the big buff black guy, and I'm sitting there like, "Is that Ving Rhames?" I'm the only one in the movie theater who realized that was Ving Rhames. I was like, "Is that Ving Rhames?" The only one. And I'm sitting there like, "Dang, they made him look overly big."
Yeah, he's just a giant man.
Person.
That was really cool.
Right.
So where do we want to
Where
do we begin with the Guardians?
Okay. Well, let's start with I'll start, right? So I'll start with, to me, what I think they could have done better. The one knock on that movie was it was a good movie, but the plot really didn't start until like the middle of the movie. Like I'm sitting there like, this is great, this is funny, and then they all like EOs.
Ego.
Ego. I'm still in my Mass Effect mode. Excuse me. Ego is the villain of the whole movie, and they kind of did tease that, but I really liked the way Ego was done. Now I didn't really appreciate the bastardization of who Star-Lord's actual father is, but I did appreciate the whole like introduction of celestial/gods. I guess really my one problem with the movie is the way that they like made Star-Lord a god and then just like took it away by him killing his dad. And I'm all like, throughout the movie, I was all like, now they can't kill off Ego without introducing another Eternal because they're gonna need somebody who's a god against Thanos in the next movie, right?
They're probably gonna use something with Star-Lord. There's no way that it's all gone. They're gonna pull something. There's gonna be something left in him. A little bit of the thing left there.
The light.
Yeah, a little bit of the light left.
I was thinking based on what they were teasing towards the beginning of the movie, they're gonna talk about, and most people didn't realize that they inserted another thing in there, the cosmic seed. You wouldn't know. They're calling it the light in the movie, but it's really called the cosmic seed.
Yeah.
That's you would have to semi-follow the cartoon and know the comics to know what that was. You know that scene where he was planting himself in, that's called the cosmic. The cosmic seed.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. But I do know that the music soundtrack was rather impressive for that entire movie.
On point.
It was.
It was on point.
It was on point.
I like how. Oh yeah, I like how we got a Zune. Like all the art people listen to Zunes. Like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Yo,
He's got an MP3 player now.
I feel like that was Sony telling them, like, yo, you need to end this movie by taking a shot at Microsoft. We don't care how you do it, just do it.
Yeah, please. A Zune.
I was sitting there like, everybody, like the people near me were all like, what's a Zune? And I was all like, the Zune is the thing Microsoft doesn't talk about. It was supposed to be their iPod killer, but it failed miserably.
It did not succeed at all. But yeah, if I could break in for a second, I think the reason, like you were talking about how the plot was kind of slow to start. I mean, it's actually, this might not be exactly the reason, but like with like Marvel's sequels and stuff, they can't have crazy high stakes because a lot of times with Marvel announces every movie in advance, so we all know who's gonna be in what movie coming up, and they announce all that stuff. So like I think James Gunn really tried to dig into the characters for this one instead of focusing really on the main plot, which really worked because he like. I think this might be the only movie that has a single writer-director because James Gunn wrote and directed it.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's genuinely impressive considering how
that was
went.
Like just him. He wrote it, he directed it. He knows the world, he knows the characters, and he knows the soundtrack that goes behind it. And like this guy is like he's a genius. He's a genius. Like because he again by digging into the characters, he allows us to have like the big emotional stakes. Well, and like the big finale of the film, it's like you kind of see, okay, Ego's threatening the universe. He's going to take over it and rebuild it in his image. But it's a lot of like the bigger things, like the emotions that are invested in that fight at the end are what everybody's really paying attention to, which says a lot about the writing in the film.
I agree.
It's like crazy how good it is.
Also, the constant humor. It's hard to pull off consistent humor without it coming across as cheesy, especially if you don't rely on harsh language or extreme vulgarity. However, in this movie, it was consistently funny in a way that wasn't over the top and neither vulgarity or language. Sure, there was language within the movie, but it was genuinely funny regardless.
Yeah, it really was.
I also think that the comedy was helped out by Dave Bautista playing a borderline high.
Ooh.
A borderline, I'll say borderline high because I don't know if he was actually high during the movie. But it seems
we described him as being autistic, and not in the negative sense. Certainly, he was described. He was his
actions in the film,
his actions, the way he would describe certain things. It came off as almost autistic, and it was really interesting.
By the way, who's having a better 2017 than oh my god, then I was about to say Ving Rhames, but Baby Groot.
Oh goodness.
Oh, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel right now with Fast 8 and Guardians of the Galaxy.
I would say The Rock. I would say The Rock Johnson.
Oh yeah, he's dominating.
And apparently he's might be running for president in 2020.
Hey, baby.
So imagine we have Michelle Obama, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, potentially Bernie Sanders, and Kanye.
Who to vote for? The grudge match of the century.
I genuinely will vote for everybody. I would.
If you could vote for all of them, I would.
The only reason I wouldn't vote for Kanye is I can't imagine a Kardashian as our first lady. I refuse to let that happen. It just can't happen.
Oh boy.
The Kardashians. That'll be the whole reality TV show. The
Kardashians all move in. Oh boy.
But I generally enjoyed. I even enjoyed the fact that they threw in the Watchers. I didn't even think the Watchers would go up to the next.
Oh yeah,
and Stan Lee in that.
He's the Watcher informant. I think he's actually credited as a Watcher informant,
which is really cool.
It's kind of like
it's canon.
Confirming that fan theory that he's playing the same character in all of his cameos, just reporting to the Watchers. It's like that's a really cool touch. A really cool touch. Like me and Ken were talking about this, but like when the movie started, you got to that Mr. Blue Sky opening sequence. It felt so good to be back in that world, in that universe. It's like out of all of Marvel's movies, I genuinely love almost everything Marvel's done. They've made some missteps, sure, but over the years they made some great content. Yeah, but Guardians has been consistently the freshest, most different, weirdest out there.
That's because the other Marvel movies are like action, drama, and a little bit of comedy sprinkled in. That one's more drama. That one's more of a comedy with action and a little bit of drama sprinkled in.
Yeah, and also because it's so separated from everything else that Marvel is doing in their movies, and also the fact that James Gunn has almost complete control over what he does in those films. It's like,
I'm telling you, the most action-packed movie we're gonna get out of all of them is going to be Black Panther, because that's just.
Don't even get me started on how I am.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Black Panther.
I've got 10 minutes. Just as a heads up.
Black Panther is going to kill everything. But
Black Twitter is going to be on fire. It's going to be insane.
Why though?
But
why will it be on fire? Will it be because we rioted and loved it too much, or will it be because
it for a multitude of? But when the movie comes out, Black Twitter is going to be it's going to be popping. It's going to be popping.
Everybody's going to be dressed as Black Panther at the next con.
The concessions are going to be your mama's cookout food, because they're going to get some greens, some fried chicken, take it in the theater. I'm going to Wakanda. Going to Wakanda.
Ryan Coogler saved. That's the director's name, Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
Let's laugh at the last name later. Ryan Coogler.
Why later? Let's watch. Let's laugh now.
Ryan Coogler. Now y'all gonna have me cracking up in his name. They saved the Rocky franchise, because it's been forever.
Oh yeah.
That we had
Creed was really good. It was really good. I really enjoyed that.
If Creed,
I actually met a lady who was in it before she was in it. She was in a class of mine.
Ooh.
Yeah. Her name was like Rue or Poe or something like that. It was that doctor lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her. I met her, and she was in one of my classes for a vocal acting thing. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you. And then I was like, wait.
She's in that movie.
Smokage of holy.
Oh boy.
The funny thing,
I knew that person.
The funny thing is, this is fun fact. The cheesesteak place where they shot the cheesesteak is actually like right down the street from my house where they actually got the cheesesteak.
Oh, really?
Dax's is like right down the street from my house.
Did you run into Rocky?
Nah.
Did you run into Rocky?
Nah. My speaking of, this is before we went on air. Kaylin's mom, Miss Liz, shouts out.
Shouts out. Always interrupting me. Hi, Mom, I love you. Don't hurt me. She wouldn't hurt me.
Shouts out. Jumped into the thing. But speaking of that, my mother is very she doesn't like that place. Too much cursing that goes on around there for her delicate ears.
With the ruffians and the hooligans.
Hooligans,
but I go for the good cheesesteaks.
Yeah. I've been wanting a cheesesteak. If anybody, all 7 of y'all who watch this, if you want to buy me a cheesesteak, feel free.
Okay. So moving on to our next topic is going to be the unfortunate demise or icing of Mass Effect, if you believe Kotaku. Now, this is no knock on you Kotaku fans, but
I am an avid reader of Kotaku.
But
anime blog.
Kotaku has a meh record when it comes to these things. So, Mass Effect, for all you fans, Mass Effect Andromeda, good game, go buy it. Please, because I do not want to wait another 5 years for another Mass Effect. So please go buy the game.
Oh boy. I have thoughts about that game. Like, okay, I personally have not played it, but I've seen so much footage of it, like before all the patches and everything, and it's just like, how did a professional studio let that sort of thing happen with all the animations and just the glitches and the bugs and stuff? It's like, in a way, it's kind of, I can kind of see why they wanted to ice it, because if it's true, EA kind of saw, like, I don't know how much the game sold, but like
2 or 3 million somewhere in there.
Okay, 2 or 3 million, which is probably considered a flop by their standards, or definitely, because that's not really a lot.
Well, usually the game does about 4 or 5 million. So they're right.
It's a little. Oh, okay. But yeah, it's like at least, because I think it might have been. I heard it might have been like a new team that was on the game, and they didn't have much experience with it. But regardless, like, maybe if they take some time to, iron out all the bugs and fix some things that plagued this past release, maybe if they are taking time on that, they could make a better game for the sequel, because there's going to be a sequel, stuff like that. So
we'll see.
We will see.
Listen. My thing with this is this: do not let. I know I've seen so many people online saying, like, "See, that's what EA gets for bastardizing Mass Effect." It was a good game. Like, I tell you, I know you two haven't played any of the Mass Effects, all 4 of them, but like, this Mass Effect was the best Mass Effect combat-wise, richness of the universe. It really enriched the whole thing. Like, it was a really good game. Like, I mean, okay, I never experienced too many bugs. Like, none of the face-breaking bugs that a lot of people saw were screenshotting and everything. My thing is, I tell you to try the game. Like, I mean, right now, I think it's about $42 because it's been out a month now. So, the game, or 2 months, because it's been out since March 10th. So,
been a few months.
It was down to $42. So, it's pretty cheap. But I know you guys are thinking about getting PlayStation 4s, sooner rather than later. So, I think it's a good game, and they patched all the stuff now. The second patch just came out yesterday. So, and hopefully the icing of the game doesn't impact the DLCs, because I need me some DLCs. So
yeah.
So I need them to come out, and I find it funny that Mass Effect gets put on hiatus, but their worst selling game is Battlefield, and that keeps on getting churned out.
Gotta hit that shooter market. Gotta hit that shooter market.
Sorry to your Battlefield fans, but let's be real. Like EA's top games are both sports games. FIFA.
Yeah, EA does. Yeah.
FIFA, Madden, everything else.
That's true. They do so. And it's interesting too because I saw some reports today about like I know Square Enix dropped IO Interactive, who makes the new Hitman game, which is like, whoa, didn't that game do well or something like that? I don't know. And a couple of like Prey got poor reviews on the PC version at least because of like a game. Like a game saved corruption bug where you lose all your progress after a certain point, and it's like, are we hitting some hard times? we got some bad stuff's coming in the future? What's going on? But I mean, the year so far for games has been really good. I would say we've got a bunch of really decent, really good releases, but we're starting to hit that lull in the middle of the year. What's going on?
I'm to the point now where I need this lull because I need to crack out Horizon Zero Dawn now. So, so I need to get through that. But Mass Effect, like I'm telling you now, to the 7 people that listen to this, and to your 7 friends or whoever.
Yes.
Like
it's a pyramid scheme.
Get those. Tell
your 7 friends. Tell their 7 friends, and it just keeps going.
Get the game, man. I tell people like you will be a fan of Mass Effect if you like story and you like sci-fi. If you like sci-fi, this is your kind of game. Like, it's a game where you can choose a lot of things. There's no right. Well, there is a right or wrong, but like the choices are based on logical, love, humor. Like if you want to play your main character as Nathan Drake, you can do that.
Be the sly adventurer, man. Hey.
I mean, listen, like it's not a bad year for games either because the Crash trilogy comes out, so there's your finish.
The nostalgia.
And if you believe, the rumor mill, then Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man game that's a PlayStation exclusive. Oh
yeah, Insomniac.
Is coming out in August. So that comes out in August.
Okay, that'd be cool if it hits.
You won't have a lull, but that August.
Also, if I could get on a soapbox really quick.
Oh dear.
To the 7 people who watch this, tell your 7 friends. For Persona 5, I have not played it yet, but
I've heard.
No. Here's my soapbox. You have your soapbox. I'm gonna have my soapbox real quick. Okay, Persona 5. It's out on PS4 and PS3. I didn't get either of those releases yet, but I got Persona 4, which the Persona 4 Golden on PS Vita because I have my Vita love. But the Persona games, they're really good. Go buy them. Go play them. It's like you're playing an anime. It's really good. Go buy them. Go play them. Do your social links. Your personas. They're good games. You're good if you play them. You're gonna like them. It's gonna be a good time because I'm having a good time and I can't wait to finish Persona 4 because I would get Persona 5, but I'm waiting until I get a PS4 so I can get the pretty version. And the Persona games are a very very large commitment. They're like they're long JRPGs that have a lot to do, but it's a quality time investment. Quality.
Gentlemen,
it's good.
I have to depart.
Oh,
unfortunately.
Alrighty. Ah, yes.
It was wonderful talking to you, and I wish that I could do it again. However, next week, depending on where I am, I may be traveling. The Americas.
Vast lands.
Jose.
Hey.
Yes,
hey.
At another graduation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I will see you there.
Wonderful.
I'll be there.
All right. For all 3 of you watching Thank you for
Talking about
watching.
Kyle's graduation. That is like the Kyle graduation subtlehead.
Kyle is graduating in like a couple of days-ish, week, day, or I don't know.
Like
I should know this. He's my brother.
Like next week.
Right. You'd think I'd know this.
Yeah.
But all right, farewell.
Yeah, it's like I'll see you there. And things.
Maybe on Saturday as well, Joshua.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you Saturday, boy.
I don't get invited to these things. but yeah, man. Like I just to get the games Persona 5. Matter of fact, we're just gonna show RPG love. Get Persona 5, and then get Mass Effect Andromeda because Kyla doesn't want to wait. Doesn't want to wait another 5 years to get back.
Show the support for the games industry. Support your local games artists.
Listen, y'all. Listen, like I understand that some of you are not fans of supporting unfinished games, but let's be honest here. This is the market that we're living in 2017. I don't understand how a lot of you, if I can re-get on my soapbox here, I don't understand how some of you are perfectionists when it comes to your games, but you beta test phones every year. Like some of you right now are beta testing the S8. Like I'm going to be one of those beta testers soon too, but we're beta testing the S8. And some of you will be beta testing the iPhone 8 come September. Like stop. You support unfinished phones. And I know the Note 3 is a prime example. I know we don't talk about that as Samsung fans, but the Note 3 is a prime example. Like I don't understand this perception. And I know Mass Effect had its problems, but some of you hated Mass Effect, but you got Fallout 4, and that was way more buggy. And the excuse I've heard was, well, it's Bethesda. Bethesda releases unfinished buggy games. I'm sitting there like, whoa. So Bethesda can do it. And this is no knock on Fallout 4. My friends love it. It's a good game. But let's be real. Like, that was buggy. Like,
yeah, it was.
But some of you,
Doom, that new Doom game was really good. Yeah. But it was though. It was really good.
It was. I have it. I got it. The Doom love is real, man. I've been playing Doom since the 90s. The Doom love is real, man. It's the OG. The Doom love is real. But the fact still remains that a lot of you, not this does not include you guys. That a lot. I'm using the collective you.
the royal you.
You gotta be specific now. Some people will be all like, "You what?" To the one English teacher that's watching this, I mean collective you. The people want perfection in their games, in their technology, but will beta test an iPhone and a Samsung Galaxy and a new laptop, but somehow expect perfection in games. Like, I understand you pay $60 if you really like a game. I understand, but you can't expect perfection. Now, does that mean that every developer should get away with releasing unfinished, crappy cutscenes? No, I'm not saying that. I am saying that you shouldn't expect perfection when you don't get perfection anywhere else. That's what I am saying. And I know it's $60. I'm not a game developer. I'm not speaking for game developers, but I'm sure there's some game developers right now saying y'all don't accept, y'all beta test technology. They just don't have the balls to say it like I will. You beta test phones, but you want perfect games. And it's just, as Josh alluded to earlier, this is not, I don't know what it is. I don't know why they can't release perfect games. I don't expect perfect games. I expect games with good story and games that are not too broken. Now, I don't expect all broken games, but,
Yeah. I just like my games to be finished. I like my games to be finished.
Now, Now I will say I don't like games that are. This is another like Mass Effect thing. I didn't like this in Mass Effect 3. I don't like games that are like mainly single player focused, but then decide to tack on the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that, but that's the way we are now. We
got it. The online component.
We can't have nice things anymore. We can't play alone anymore. So we can't have nice things. Everything else.
It's interesting because like I don't play a lot of online games, which I mean it's interesting now seeing a lot of like crazy like esports rising up and things like Overwatch coming out. You still have your good single player games out there. A lot of them do like feel the need to tack on a weird, unfinished, not very good multiplayer component. Interesting case of that, like Dead Space 3, like they have that little cooperative mode, and it really wasn't. It's essential to like getting the full experience of the game. It was interesting, but it didn't work all the way. Things like that are kind of weird. It's like maybe think about it more if you're gonna put it in there. I don't know.
By the way, he mentioned Dead Space. I can't have Mass Effect going the way of Dead Space, where
Oh boy.
they tell you they're going on hiatus, they never release a game again.
Never comes back.
We can't have that. Like I need y'all.
We're gonna have a sequel in 20 years.
I need y'all to tell your friends to tell your friends. And to my Deep Space fans, it's time for you to come out of hiding. It's time to wake up out of cryo sleep. I need y'all
Come out of your space chambers.
I need y'all to I need y'all to tell your friends, yes, like Josh said, this is a Ponzi scheme. We're going to put it in your consciousness. Get Persona 5, get Mass Effect. I mean, insert game here where we have a lot of varied taste in here. Get your Mario, get that
Switch.
Get that Switch. Get whatever suits your fancy, but make sure you get Mass Effect. Don't get that Scorpio. It's like, no, if you want that Scorpio, get that Scorpio.
Just at that point, just get a PC. If you're getting like, if they're trying to be like that crazy, like just get a PC. I don't know if it's worth that.
I know all us regular people about to get that beautiful tax refund soon.
Oh yeah, that tax money.
You planning on balling? Make sure you ball and get one of the items we mentioned, please. We don't get paid for product placement, but
we do not.
This is the purest form of advertising right here.
Oh yeah.
Listen, like I'm telling you, man. I put in 2 months in it. I'm telling you, it's a good game. Get Mass Effect. I really like games with good story, and it has its faults. What game doesn't? But it's a good game. Like there's only been 2 games that I've supported that I really like the story, but the sequel's in doubt. The other one is The Order 1886, which is a game you should get, especially if you like Underworld. I'm not gonna give too much of the story away, but if you like Underworld, you'll like that game. So you can kind of understand what the story sort of entails if you like Underworld. So it's sort of like that. Get that game. My Underworld fans, I know. It's been a tough time. I seen the new movie, but I heard it. But remember this. We will always have Kate Beckinsale.
We will. She'll be out there doing flips and doing wire stunts and shooting guns at creatures.
And to you Resident Evil fans, now that it's over, it's time to come home. Come back to the world.
come out of the 90s. No, or rather go back to the 90s, because that's where those movies are in style and fashion sense.
The only difference is Underworld is a movie, but it's the same thing, except it's with werewolves and vampires. It's the original.
Pretty much.
So come back to it, and it's all Sony. So you're really not leaving the company.
Mhm.
It's all Sony.
You're helping support your local big movie studio, multimedia conglomerate. You're covering all your bases here.
Right, right. So definitely. And while you're at it, do that thing that we're all gonna do on July 7th. Support Spider-Man. Again, Sony does not
Spider-Man.
take
My boy Spider-Man.
You just love that movie. So support
My son. Although if you haven't seen the latest trailer, don't watch it. It gives away the entire movie. Don't watch the trailer.
I missed the MTV Movie Awards, so I'm good.
Okay, well that was a clip from the film. I'm talking about the second official trailer. Like that trailer, it gives away the plot of the entire movie. It's like I'm kind of mad I watched it. I had to go warn my friends, guys, don't watch this trailer, please.
I haven't seen that trailer. I don't know. I saw some trailer that gave too much away. Oh, it was Wonder Woman. Yeah.
I haven't seen the new Wonder Woman trailer, but I'm not gonna watch it. I'm morbidly curious. I hope that it's good. I don't have very high expectations for it. I don't know.
It's every DC movie known to man. Just don't have high expectations for it.
Yeah. It's like at this point you can't expect too much from DC. You can't.
Everything but Suicide Squad. But yes, now we're on Josh's favorite part of the show, the comics.
Yeah.
You know, Marvel has been teasing us / hitting us with sort of their dose of what they think reality is headed if we don't do something. Secret Empire. And, you know, this is a spoiler. Like it's a spoiler that's been known forever. Captain America is a secret agent, is a not so secret agent now by Hydra. And short version of what Hydra is. Hydra is the German form of Shield, except it's more Nazi driven.
Yeah,
that's a good way of saying it. Without spoiling too much. And we found out that Captain America, the way we knew him was deep undercover. That he really is a spy. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. And now he along with Hydra, has taken over America, and so there should be. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. 5 or 6 issues to cover the whole summer.
I think so. Yeah, that's coming. Also, Generations is coming, which this is going to be interesting.
Right.
And yeah, so my forecast of like events that I'm looking forward to, I'm gonna be picking up Secret Empire, reading that. Generations, I'm gonna be looking forward to that because it's bringing back a lot of classic versions of Marvel heroes, alongside the modern versions. Original Logan, Wolverine's coming back somehow. That's gonna be interesting. And then DC Metal, which is my favorite DC creative team, Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder is my favorite writers. Greg Capullo is one of my favorite artists, and they're like, I don't know what it is, but I've seen there's a promo image of the Justice League decked out in gladiator armor, all standing in a gladiator arena. It's awesome. It's awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. And as for what I'm reading right now, I actually just had some money, so I'm kind of digging into some stuff that I missed recently. But the Batman Flash crossover thing, The Button, it's really good. You're gonna want to read it. It's very good. They're tying it into the Watchmen a little bit, because if you haven't read the Rebirth comic, you're gonna want to read that. And if you don't know Flashpoint, you're going to want to find like a summary or something, because that's the 2 main things you'll have to understand what's going on. Because mainly at this point, after the Rebirth event happens, Batman finds the Chameleon's pin from the Watchmen buried in his Batcave. So then him and the Flash come over to investigate what's happening. It involves the other universe from Flashpoint, and it's kind of a spoiler, but okay, I'm not going to say it. If you haven't read it yet, it's probably out there. It's been about a week or so since it started. So just go out, read it. It's really good. What else? Today I went and I picked up the first volume of Snot Girl, which is Brian Lee O'Malley, creator of Scott Pilgrim. His comic that he's doing an Image right now. It's about a fashion blogger who has severe spring allergies, and it's really weird and trippy and very very modern, very hipster with the lingo and the characters. But it's really interesting. It's got a cool mystery, and I like it. It's really good. And yeah, that's my comics corner as of right now. So hopefully next time we'll have some more goodies for you. That's what I'm looking at right now.
If I could add some more to that, just
go ahead.
Comics I've been reading, but comics I used to. But you can go. They have the my X-Men fans. We need love too. There's X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue. Now some of you are like, they split the X-Men up again. No. So X-Men. Let me see if I have this right. X-Men Gold is the X-Men that's made up of Old Man Logan and the 90s version of all the old school heroes. So it's 90s Cyclops, 90s Jean Grey. Some of you didn't even know that they brought back Jean Grey. Yes.
They did. They did that.
So there's 90s Jean Grey, and this team is led by Magneto, right? So it's 90s Iceman. It's basically all the Big Five, the original five, with Old Man Logan, and then X-Men Blue is Kitty Pryde's X-Men. So it's Shadowcat, Storm, Cyclops. No, Cyclops is dead. Sorry.
He's very much dead.
Spoiler alert. So Storm. So that's basically the new X-Men after X-Men versus Inhumans, which is something you should totally get because it's way better than X-Men versus Shield, which I know X-Men versus Shield. X-Men versus Avengers.
Avengers versus X-Men.
I know it's saying much because that was a terrible comic, but X-Men versus Inhumans is totally better. I promise you. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna add.
Oh, if I can plug one more thing, Amazing Spider-Man: Renew Your Vows.
True.
That's really good. I haven't kept up with the latest couple issues, but it's an alternate universe. Spider-Man and Mary Jane are married. They have a daughter who has spider powers, and Mary Jane has a suit that's able to leech off Spider-Man's powers. They're all going around as a spider family fighting crime, and it's really good.
Right.
It's really good. Read it.
And this is not comics, but so I'll add this thing. For all of my Deadpool fans, you've been living under a rock since yesterday. It's been confirmed. You're going to get a Deadpool cartoon on FX. It might be on FXX.
I think it's FXX, yeah. And my boy Donnie G. Gambino, Donald Glover, is running the show. Like, that's the thing I'm excited about. I don't know how that came to be. That's going to be really cool. I don't know if he's doing any voices at all, but that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so definitely support that. Now if I can just get my X-Men cartoon back.
Yes, although we have that Gifted series coming out. The teaser for that came out. The X-Men Gifted TV show.
I haven't seen Legion yet.
Legion's really good. You need to watch Legion. It's really good.
I need to catch up on my stuff, man. Oh, in other comic news, it's a surprise that even I didn't expect. The Defenders is coming out in August. So
oh yeah,
this is our summer right now for all of you fans.
Oh yeah.
At the end of May is House of Cards. June you get a lull. Black Twitter will be on fire by the end of June because Power will be back. Or if you're like me, your team goes all the way and you want Kaden dead. Like, and I know 50 Cent will never die, the executive producer. Still, I want him dead. Which means he's doing a good job. Then in July is Game of Thrones all the time. Game of Thrones love. So you'll have Game of Thrones until I guess mid-August, July 16th. Yeah, probably mid-August. So then August 16th or August whatever is the Defenders,
Mm-hmm.
which is right in, I guess, the Thor.
Oh yeah, Ragnarok. That's November.
Thor: The Dark World, Thor Ragnarok. Thank you, guys.
That's November. But I'm excited for that. That's gonna be
Right.
cool.
Me too. Well, I'm
Looking
trying to
fresh and
think
different.
because I don't think there's any superhero movies that come out. Like there's no Marvel movies that come out in September. So
No, nothing in September. We had Guardians. We're gonna have Spider Man and then Thor.
oh yeah, Spider Man. So I totally forgot. Then you get Spider Man in July. Support that. And then, and like I said, it's the Defenders, Game of Thrones, and House of Cards.
It's another good year for nerds.
Man,
Another good year for nerds.
it's the lady in your life or the man in your life, because we probably do have some girls that watch this show.
Also, them.
For those of you who are fans, Orange is the New Black will be on in June as well. I'm not a fan, but Orange is the New Black is.
I am a fan. I'm excited to see where that goes with all the new developments.
So
it's interesting.
And for my real fans, I alluded to it a little bit. I haven't seen it yet. The Handmaid's Tale. I guess it comes highly recommended. I think Taylor was saying it's good. I haven't seen it, so I'm kind of finding it hard to recommend this because I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But The Handmaid's Tale. My Amazon Prime fan, because we're ramping now, but still. See Bosch. I have Amazon Prime, so I can tell you. See Bosch. I've got the first. Have you heard of Bosch, Josh?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it. I do have Amazon Prime though, so I could watch it. Yeah.
That actually rhymes. Have you seen Bosch?
Hey.
So, it is a crime thriller with a realistic. And I know most people hear realistic and they think stereotypical, but no, he's a realistic cop trying to solve crimes. And it is based on books. I guess next week, because Kalen likes horror movies or whenever, because he's probably going to be on the road heading to Atlanta. But we have a second It trailer.
Yeah.
I'm not really, I'm the least. I'm not a fan of horror movies, so Josh and Kalen are the horror movies. So
yeah.
It
looks interesting. It's got a Stranger Things vibe, and Finn Wolfhard, who plays the main kid, and Mike. He's actually in the movie, so that's even more lending to the Stranger Things vibe there. Oh yeah, Stranger Things comes out this year, Halloween. Watch that.
That's gonna be good. I'm excited. I love Stranger Things. That's the only reason I want to see it. I'm just sitting there like. Then Wolfhand is really the only reason. It's not like I don't like Stephen King. I'm not scared of clowns. I just don't like it. It doesn't. I like Pet Cemetery. Nobody remembers that movie. But it, for my horror fans, it's gonna be a good year for you horror fans. You're gonna get it. Yeah. You're gonna get Saw 8. You're gonna get.
Wait, they're making a new Saw?
Yep. You're gonna get a prequel to Annabelle. What else is coming? Jeepers Creepers 4. I know. I didn't know that was coming back either. Jeepers Creepers 4. You're gonna get a bunch of horror movies that even I forget.
Yeah.
You're always gonna get your Insidious Chapter 6 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You get Insidious, and you'll get the other one. The other one that I'm not really a fan of.
Paranormal Activity. I don't know if they're making any new ones, but probably.
I don't think so. I think they got a VR game that they're using. I know they have a VR game.
Yeah.
I think they're done with the Paranormal Activities. I think they moved on to something else.
Okay. Yeah.
I wish they would move. I know Listen, y'all, we got 2 more songs. I know they said they're gonna stop at 10, but I doubt it.
No, yeah.
Oh,
They can keep making money.
and we're gonna get a renewed Final Destination. I think we talked about this on this show before. How we're all, we're not fans of it, but we're all '90s kids, so it's something that we grew up on. The Final Destination,
Mm.
so that's coming back. Gonna make you scared to go on roller coasters again.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's the return, y'all. The return of the
The
king.
return.
Blerd talking back because I couldn't creatively think of anything else. So the return. I promise you, there won't be a subtitle to it. We'll go back to numbers. When I remember what episode we're on, but Blerd talk the return. Yeah,
It's good to be back.
it's very good to be back. Oh, guys, no matter when you watch this, you might have missed it earlier, but Josh is just got his bachelor's on Sunday, right?
No, it was Saturday. Saturday.
Last
Yeah.
Saturday. So congratulations to our new graduate. To our new
Thank you. Thank you.
he's gonna go on to do great things. If all 7 of you want to tell your other 7 friends, like we're doing for Caleb, to get him chosen and start a GoFundMe page for him. You just want to start a GoFundMe page for all 3 of us?
Yeah, yeah. Pay for this. Get some sponsors up. Hey,
Right.
Blu-ray print, come at us.
But yeah, so definitely. But thank you guys for listening.
Mhm.
It is the summer, so for more content from us, as we re up on the PlayStation 4s, get the Pros, get the
Oh
Xbox,
yeah.
we'll get. Definitely look forward to more stuff from us. Guys enjoyed the return because, like I said, I can't remember what episode we're on. So,
Well, some episode.
right. So, thank you all for listening. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Josh, for coming on. Thank you, Kaylin.
Oh yeah.
Congrats to Kyle. Shouts out to him for next week when he graduates. So,
Hmm.
congratulations at the Blerd Talk fam. So, have fun. Have a good Friday and a very, very good weekend.
Yep.
Peace.
Yep.